And welcome back. Okay, so we are on the road chasing some nomads. They do have a champion among them. How exciting. Anyways, I also noticed that Bartholomeus here has leveled. So level 9 for him. And I might at some point give him the stick fighting book and make a stick fighter out of him. Kind of like Sancho here, but better. Anyways, so he's level 9. Did roll a +3 for melee skill, nice to see. +4 melee defense. And either hit points or resolve here, I will go, I guess, with resolve this time. Perk-wise, let's probably delay the Polar Mastery decision. Might still go with spears or, well, I don't know. I guess all of these are kind of an option. But anyways, for now, let's go with probably Patient Hunter. So 71 melee skill at the moment. That's not fantastic, but he already does have fast adaptation as well as feint, so he can land hits. So I guess I could also take Berserk, but let's just take Patient Hunter. I do like Patient Hunter. I also noticed that Rand here has actually completed training, so he now has 3 perk points. I will hold on to those. Like I've said, I will wait for a cleaver book, since we now have this pretty nice cleaver. It's not like the best cleaver, but it's pretty nice. But I might also go with another type of weapon eventually, depending on what I find. Anyways, speaking of finding things, let's kill these nomads. Alright, so yeah, pretty easy. We have Ismat the Vulture with the Scimitar. We have Isa the Desert Rat. And here is Mutar the Golden Vulture, who comes with, it seems, like a sword lance type weapon again, which is not that exciting as I already have 2 of those. Anyways, like I said, let's kill the fools. Be careful not to be too quick about it though. Don't want them getting away. Well, I guess these backliners can flee if they'd like. Though at least one of them has one of these pretty nice nimble #1 layers. Which I might still be using, so we'll see. Let's inspire like Henrique, who has already spent her action points. Rude. Alright, yeah, let's just wait for these guys to arrive pretty much, though I can advance on this flank to get to the back line. Almost said black line for some reason. Anyways. Really no reason to do that, but let's do it anyway. Also, Rodelinda, yeah, you're the backline type character, but I guess I don't need to be that careful in this fight. So I can kill this guy without them getting too worried, I guess. I'll just rotate here though. Like I said, let's start going for the back line. Well, sure, let's advance here as well. A little bit. Kill that guy. Nice hit. And also, yes, indeed, I have Onslaught now, which can baffle opponents. Had forgotten I took that. But there you go, this one is baffled. Okay, let's be careful now, not to kill too many too quickly. Let's not be too efficient too fast. So I will wait and allow them to advance on us. Rude. The high ground there doesn't really make a difference. I will just use a net to facilitate killing this guy all the much easier. Okay, speaking of nets. Slingers are backing off. Alright. So, yeah, ideally try to get every single one of them, but we'll see. Guess you go for Mutar, who doesn't have Underdog, it seems. Herbert once again just rotates. 82, we can still get better than that. Alright, that's good enough for the surround bonuses. This should be fine. Alright, so Arnold here has a lot of initiative, can reach 2 of these slingers. Okay, 6 left. I'd like to get this nimble layer from this one. So, go for daggering actually, probably. Demolished. Oh, what the... Why did you go around? Oh, god damn it. That means I might not get this. It's because these slings now count as melee weapons as well, so he was trying to avoid that, trying to reach this spot. Well, I guess my bad. Kind of. Anyways. I suppose I can... Let's see here. Yeah, I can reach still with Kettle. Because I can footwork out of that, if this guy is still alive. Anyways. It's not even a big deal, but still. Like I said, I would like to get this nimble layer. Let's use a net on him in a moment, probably. And yeah, I don't need to use the footwork. Get your knives out. A little bit weird that I'm daggering this slinger instead of one of the leaders or something. Also, this guy doesn't even have a dagger. Oh well. Provide bonuses in that case. Getting hit in the head by a champion does hurt a bit. But only a bit. Okay, and you actually don't have a dagger either. I actually need more of those. Well, I don't really need them, but it would be nice. So I can dagger opponents. Anyways. Maybe do a rotation here actually. Oh, right. Time to die. Sadly, he is able to break free. Also, do you not have a dagger? You don't. Okay. There we are. Okay, so yeah, no levels it seems. And this weapon is very underwhelming. I don't think we'll be using it, but we'll see. Maybe use it on the other... So did I already have a famed... Yes, I do. I already have a famed polearm on the other polearm guy as well. So yeah, that weapon will not be used, I don't think. Alright, so now let's see, what is the situation? 151 items. Have I already bought all of these? No, we still have the wagon left to purchase. I also have 57,000. Can definitely find something famed to buy. We're still training a lot of brothers. So I will still, I think, be taking some caravan contracts. Let's take the taxidermist ambition. And it seems I don't actually need to use the taxidermist. I can instead just craft things on my own. Anyways, I guess I'll go to like forced launch. And see if there is a caravan contract available. Alright, here we are. We also have a couple of events. And, okay, we've already had those. There is a caravan here. Let's see, buy some ammunition. Flail book, I will get that. Even if I don't use flails, battle flow is very good to have on someone. And yes, indeed, I do have enough money. Even if I never end up using that book. Okay, let's also get some food. Alright, and I will just go ahead and take the caravan. I don't even care that much where it's going. It's going to Gudani. Okay, so still training people. Though, let's see here. So, where are you, Ranch? Can I find a ranch in the list? Yes, okay, you can get out of training. Is there something to craft, perhaps? I could make a nacho helm, actually. From what I remember, this isn't that good, actually, though. So maybe not. You can also make a nacho trophy. Okay, and it seems I do have the capability of making a couple of these, so let's do so. Okay, and I see that some other items are craftable as soon as I get a little bit more. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I don't think I'll craft this nacho helm. Grants the gruesome feast active skill, which allows you to eat a corpse, I think. And I don't remember exactly what it does, but maybe grants you some health and maybe some bonuses. Anyways, as far as I remember, it also horrifies nearby allies, so it's not really that useful necessarily. Anyways, I'll make these and one nacho trophy. So assign someone there. Just one guy is enough, I think. And now if I do get Necrosavanted again, I believe I will actually defend the caravan as I'm feeling strong enough. Traveling along the road, Solas passes by various ordinary people. Usually they step aside as soon as they spot a company of grim-looking mercenaries armed to the teeth, but a bold few will occasionally risk direct interaction. It seems you've encountered one of these bold ones. A wayfarer approaches you, perhaps a little too readily. "Oh, hello there, if it isn't the famous Solas. I have heard many stories of your famed deeds. So many glorious battles, so many enemies defeated, and so many spoils collected." The traveler coughs, taking stock of your reaction before continuing. "I can only imagine that such a party of strong warriors, so necessarily preoccupied with the battlefield, needs help outside of the fight, getting supplies at the best possible price, selling excess equipment. Well, I can make it happen. I'm not much of a warrior, it is true, but you certainly don't need more fighters. What you need is someone like me." The trader smiles. Okay, some spelling mistakes here. The trader smiles cheerfully and bows, but you notice the quick darting glances towards your supplies and best equipment. You've no doubt the total value of the company's possessions has already been calculated in the trader's mind. Alright, well, I was going to say yes, and then probably let this guy go, but now that I see his suspicious looks here, I think I'll just let him go. We'd rather not take you in. Go away. Shoo! It's not like we need a peddler. Alright, and for some reason, some nomads have decided to die. Well, I can accommodate. They also chose the perfect time to attack. 41 against 19. Anyways, let's make short work of these fools. Also, I forgot to equip the nets again. That doesn't matter in this fight, though. Not even a little bit. So we are already pretty strong, but I would like to complete training with most of us. And I would also like to get at least one axe specialist. One is probably enough. Before we do the witch hut. Because there will be, I think, one hardwood scrot there. At least that used to be the case. Not sure if anything has been changed. Let's use one net. We'll probably take a little bit of damage here, but no one will die. Let's try to keep the donkeys alive. Alright, just engage like there. They do have some desert stalkers, but yeah, at this point, not really a threat. Nicely done. Azur cannot even hit. From a distance of 2 tiles against a stunned, dazed, staggered opponent. Despite having... How much do you have in ranged skill? 95! I'm not angry, but I am disappointed. Anyways, let's see. Hopefully get all of the warboss's loot here. If it even matters. They sell for a bit though. So I guess it does matter. Off with your head. So need to reach this one here. Battlefield is quite crowded. Alright. There we go. I suppose I don't even need like a famed axe for the witch hut, so I can make do with this great axe that I already have. So I need to choose someone who becomes an axe specialist. I mean, even that is not strictly necessary. I guess I can break shields even without being an expert in it. Anyways, 2 enemies left. These stupid militia members and caravan hands are blocking me. Can you please just move away? Yeah, well, there you go. Nice job, caravan hand. So that means we don't get this Bobo. Oh well. Oh well. Very rude. Anyways. Take all of that garbage. Let's also break camp to see that a couple members of the company have completed training. So let's see here. Kettle has completed. Gains iron lungs. Pretty nice. Okay, well anyways, takes a mace mastery at this point. Or nimble. I've been delaying taking nimble. I guess I can take it now. Let's take it now. Since I now should have nimble equipment. And before I forget, let's also equip him with said nimble equipment. Yeah, you can have this as a helmet. Do I still have... I have at least that as a nimble helmet as well. I don't seem to have one of those 40 durability northern, well, I guess southern as well, -2 fatigue helmets, but have that. So that is -4, so ideally -11 here. Let's see. Maybe use this as a base. Could also use something heavier, I suppose. Also, this is 150. Okay, that's too much. Let's see here. So, if I use one of these and one of these, it is now -8, -9. And if I still use this, then it is -13. That might be close enough. Yeah, I'll roll with that for now. Let's also repair some of this stuff. Also, is someone missing a number 4? Yes. You may have that. Alright, and Goodbrand has also completed Gains Determined. It ain't as good as it once was, because we also have Inspiring Presence, but I guess it's still pretty good. Anyways, has 2 perk points. So I suppose this guy maybe could be an axe user. I would like to have more fatigue though. does have mind over body to help though. I will skip this +2 melee skill. I'll take the hit points and resolve instead. Might take a short conquest now that he has determined. Anyways, I could already commit to using axes, I guess, since I do have mind over body to help with fatigue costs. So that would be axe mastery and what else? Smashing shields, I guess. And then I just give him Baldwin's axe and have Baldwin use something else. Having battle flow would help, and actually I can provide that. Base fatigue is a bit low, it seems, so let's see, what is it? 87, yeah, that's very low. So would be very helpful to find a -3 fatigue cost axe. It is actually more fatigue to use the split shield ability than to just split a man. Anyways. So yeah, using Berserk is a bit problematic, but yeah, at least he can smash shields to some extent if I do decide to go with that. Also have a level for Swanhilder. Let's do that first. So level 11. Let's take +4 hit points this time. Alright. Let's take a Wind Reader, and ranged skill goes from 74 to 90. There you go. Alright, so yeah. Do I decide to go with axes? So where am I going actually? Gutani, does that place have a weaponsmith? Yes. Okay, I will delay the decision to see if I spawn something famed there. I suppose, let's see, did Rand have axes as well? I think he did. Yes, I could make Rand an axe user instead as well. But yeah, this guy, Gudbrand, does not have cleavers as an option either. Anyways, whatever. Let's assign more things to be repaired, and I guess also to be salvaged. In a moment. There was still at least one sword there. A couple of them. Let's also repair these, actually. Assign someone there. And the salvage. Actually, I don't have daggers for everyone, so let's keep those knives. Alright, that seems good enough to me. Now that I remember, let's also distribute the knives. Who doesn't have a knife? Well, Wifted doesn't. So I can use... Also, yes, I did decide to take actually daggers for Arnold here, eventually. But I will probably wait until I have a famed one. Though I do now have a Quatal dagger as well. So I could already, once he levels, to go with that, I guess. Anyways, so you don't have a knife. Cannot puncture with a Quatal dagger. So that's not going to help. Guess instead of whiff that someone else should have this. And also, now that I remember, let's give the nets back. Now I do have 2 reinforced ones. You can have 1, and Azur can have 1. There you go. Alright, let's camp again. After this contract, I'll probably head into the wilderness and see if I can find something interesting. So, can I find anything interesting in the south? Well, I guess we can see. Okay, Sütze has completed training and gains steady hands. Mirage sightings. That's going to make the prices a bit worse. Anyways, plenty of levels. Alretieren, level 12. Has reached 78 melee skill, which is kind of respectable for a character like this. Anyways, I have decided to take Resilient. It is in green, so let's take it. And then I have 1 more perk point. Haven't taken Shield Bash in a while, in a long while I've played Legends. Don't really need it, but I guess it's a fun one. I could take that. I could take like Spear Mastery, I could take Back to Basics. Can't really do much with Indom. Guess I'll just never get that. Taunt is an option. Feint helps others. Lookout is actually an option, though he's already doing quite a few things. But I don't have a lookout at the moment, so maybe. I'll do the other levels first. So Sancho, level 11. Once again, only +1 for melee skill. And once again, I will skip that. Alright, and for him as well, let's take Resilient. I do like Resilient a lot, in Legends specifically. Next up, Azur, level 12. 101 ranged skill. Could have built this guy better, I suppose. I did need a net user when I went into it, but in hindsight, not the best decision. Trying to do too many things at once. Anywho, Some fatigue help would actually be good. Yeah, let's take athlete. 16 fatigue now to throw a net. We can still take, like, battle flow at some point. Or perfect fit. Probably perfect fit, actually. Anyways, next up, Arnold the Knife, level 9. +5 initiative, huh? I think I'll take that. That means I skip the melee defense. Anyways, also yes, in the zone, so this should be pretty good for him. Gain a stacking buff that boosts your melee skill and melee damage. You gain 0.5% when you dodge a melee attack and lose 1% when you get hit by an attack. Well, he has 72 melee defense. No underdog though. When engaged in melee, the melee damage bonus is doubled up to a maximum of 25%. If your initiative is higher than twice your armor's weight, you start the battle with stacks equal to your armor's weight above 15. So, yeah, it's not quite ideal though. I don't actually get the initial bonus. This is more of a medium armor thing. Eventually though, he'll get things out of this, but Guess I could also just do something weird and take Lithe as well and go for like 25 armor weight and then take in the zone later. I should check what I get from Nimble as a value though to determine just how worth that is. So I'll try to assemble like a -25 armor here. This is -24 already. Can I make it 1 point higher? Well, I kind of can. Let's not equip these. So this is -24 and then this is -1. Nimble value is 72. So it isn't quite ideal. I can also go actually below -25. Go to like -20 instead, and instead of the Lithe bonus being at the maximum. Well, I don't know. I don't know. In hindsight, maybe should have waited until I get like... well, I did at some point give him the medium armor book, but should have just gone for that straight away and skipped the Nimble, probably. Anyways, if I do take Lithe, how many more perk points am I getting? He doesn't have Student. Still gets the perk point from training. I'm just wondering if it's worthwhile to take in the zone here, being nimble. It seems to me that it isn't unless you start with some bonuses already. Well, for now, let's just take freedom of movement, since he already has tactical maneuvers. Mark this in blue, actually, as well as Lithe. Anyways, next up, Linda, level 8. +3 melee skill. I'll also take the melee defense. And the resolve. Already have mind over body. Okay. I'll maybe keep this. Well, then again. Perfect fit. Nimble. Yeah, you'll go nimble, actually. Yeah, let's take that now. I was considering keeping the perk point because, once again, I might have spawned some famed things here, which would perhaps be enough to choose a weapon mastery here. Anyways, nimble armor for you. Oh, and I do have one of these 40 durability helmets, it seems. I guess I can then do... Let's see. Who was it? Memory of a Goldfish. Who was the nimble guy now? Was it you? Yeah, you, Kettle. So equip this instead, especially since you have Steel Brow. Okay, that's far better. Anyways, back to... Not you. Linda here. So make you nimble. Let's use like one of these as a base. Equip that. And then make this lighter. 120 minus 10 seems good to me. And then a light helmet of some kind. Yeah, that's pretty good. 120, 120. Could go one point heavier. If I have a number 4 layer somewhere with -1 weight. I don't though. But this is fine. It's fine for now. I also have a nacho trophy. Let's give that to someone. Someone with mind over body, perhaps. Good brunch. There you go. 102 resolve. Back to the levels. So Harold, level 11. Once again, rolls a +3 melee defense. Really strange, but yeah, I guess I'll take that again. Perk-wise takes either Barrage or Perfect Fit. I think I take Perfect Fit for fatigue help. There you go. It says 16 fatigue for this though. Is that true or not? Yes. Well, it should help in some way though. Anyways, also this. So +5 here, +3 there. And takes hit points, fatigue, or resolve. Which one do I want? Does have Steel Brow to help with survivability. Is nimble. I guess I don't need a resolve anymore, so it's either hit points or fatigue. He has already got over 100 fatigue, so let's go with the hit points. Next up, Sütze, and also yes, you completed training, steady hands, that's +5 ranged skill, which is not really necessary, but I guess it's okay. Okay, and perk point. Maybe I will keep that. I would like to get like some kind of fatigue help somewhere. Maybe athlete. Battle flow actually makes sense. I can give him battle flow. Anyways, let's do Rodelinda next. So level 8 for her. Takes more hit points, takes more fatigue. As well as the melee skill. Is battle forged, probably takes immovable object. Probably will go with polar mastery. I could already take that. Can also use like a reach hammer though. Can also get patient hunter. Can also get athlete, that is worth considering. Especially when she already has berserk. I'll go ahead and take immovable object though. Okay, next up we have... I guess Helvig, I'm keeping this perk point in reserve. Okay, so let's, at this point, take a look at what we've spawned here. So, Weaponsmith. We have a famed sling. Sling staff, so it's okay. Has enhanced damage as well as -1 fatigue cost. Problem is, I do have a sling user, but he is also a net user, and this is a two-handed weapon, so I might skip this weapon. It is good, though. This is excellent. I mean, could be better. But an enhanced damage two-handed hammer, that is most likely going to be a buy. Sadly, the other attribute that is enhanced is less weight. Then we have a polearm glaive, which is pretty good. Is this though... Well, let's see. What are the attacks there? Is it just the sword lance again? I guess it's better than this though, even if it is a sword lance. No, it's not. It has a strike as well as a skewer attack. Well, anyways, this makes a lot of sense for Ludwig as a weapon instead of this. Since he has melee defense, he can get up close and personal and use the strike attack. Let's see here. Go back to you. And give you this. Well, the skewer attack, I mean. Does need to be next to someone to use this, but this is very nice. He has 31 melee defense, so I can manage that occasionally. And that means I have this Dungorst's Eye Poker, which can go to someone else now. Like maybe Rodelinda here. And just go with the polearms. Or for Bartholomeus. Anyways, I guess I will be buying that. Could sell it back still, but anyways. Yeah, this is pretty meh. I will skip this. Polearm / cleaver. So is this great sword. Okay, a pretty good, if not excellent, one-handed hammer. I vastly prefer two-handed hammers though. But this one does have enhanced damage as well as -3 fatigue cost. Who would use that though? Unsure. I mean, I guess technically I could have Rodelinda use it. It does also get Blacksmith's Technique. With only 9 melee defense though, I'm really hesitant to do that. So I might just leave it behind, maybe. Can, I guess, use it even with a shield. So for Alretieren, maybe. Maybe. If I have money left over, then maybe. But yeah, I'll probably get this ominous Night Slayer. Let's first take a look at the Alchemist though. And the Armorer. So do I have a famed gun? I do not. Not even a non-famed gun is available. Anyways, Armorer. A pretty good Nimble layer, Noble Tunic. And Nimble layers are cheap, so just get it. I don't have a number 1 Battleforged layer yet, I don't think, so I could get this Stalwart Pageantry as well. Far less important though. Pretty good Nimble helmet. Well, 2 of them actually. This one is better. Far better actually, since vision penalty is lesser as well. You also have a famed shield. Shield skills build up -3 less fatigue is not quite as important though, as it's only 15 fatigue to use a shield wall anyway. It is pretty good though, overall. Anyways, let's go ahead and buy that two-handed hammer at least. And I suppose I'll get like one of those nimble arm helmets. The better one. This is also cheaper despite being better than this one. Okay, then I have 15,000. I guess I won't be getting this stalwart pageantry. So the question is, do I still get maybe this one-handed hammer? Eventually I might have like a specialist one-handed hammer user. I might. This is also a good duelist weapon actually with that -3 less fatigue build-up. And I will leave this sling staff behind, since no one will be using it. But I can already use this one-handed hammer. Against orcs it might make a small difference, not really that much though. Anyway, so now I do have a two-handed hammer, which is not perfect, but it's good enough. So I could decide to go with that for ranch. Did you have hammers? Gudbrand also has hammers. If I want to use the AoE attack though, it's better to use on ranch with... But then again, you both have mind over body. Kind of similar, actually. Rand has more resolve and more fatigue, though. Also, Gudbrand will be getting old at some point. And lose some fatigue. Might need to get, like, Brawny from a book. Actually, I might have that already. Yes, I do. Okay, you can read this. And we'll just take Brawny, since you need fatigue help. There you go. Alright, so we didn't find a gun for Sütze here. I guess I can give him that battle flow, though. Sure. Unless you're irritable. No, you're not. Oh! Notice, this character cannot potentially learn anything from this. So have we actually reached the limit of what you can read? It seems so. Well, it seems you're not getting battle flow in that case. And neither are you getting any other things. How about piercing shot? I guess I could try it. Is there anything else that I would like to try? Bullseye does have benefits, even if I don't have aimed shot. Does also increase vision, which means keen eyesight, I guess, might... Well, not really. Not when you have 7 vision. Yeah, Berserk is not really something I can reliably do. Doesn't even have recover as an option. If I had like a -3 fatigue cost weapon, then maybe. I guess it doesn't matter that much. We are beating the opposition no matter what, so let's take the piercing shot. Maybe try this actual ability as well at some point. Anyways, so yeah, we have Alretieran's perk, we have Rand's perks, and we have 1 perk for Gudbrand. So yeah, one person needs to go with hammers. I guess I don't even need to use the AoE attack necessarily. So I could already give the hammer to like Baldwin and just never even take hammer mastery, though that is an option for him. He could take it. So if I give it to Rand, who's going to use the cleaver? It does have -3 fatigue cost on it. Decisions. Woodbrand still gets plenty of perk points. Gets 1 on 11 and 2 on 12. So I could for now skip choosing the weapon mastery at least. So what will you take in that case? I guess I'll take just Assured Conquest, now that you have Determined. How about... yeah, Muscularity is not quite as good. It's still good, but not as good as it might have been. Can't really do Perfect Focus. Or can he? With the right weapon, maybe. Will need the weapon mastery as well, though. Let's take Assured Conquest, though. And Alretieren. So I could still buy that one-handed hammer. And he even gets hammer mastery. You're just not going to be able to deal that much damage with it when you use a shield. And he is already using a shield. Also, this has bugged out. Let's fix it. Muscularity does give more damage though, so I could kind of do a shield damage build a little bit. However, I could just take the lookout, like as discussed already. Really shouldn't take both damage and lookout. He's already doing rotation things as well as kind of tanking. Can't do everything. Okay, I'll just take the lookout. At least we can get the retinue back. Now that I remember, let's do so. I do already have a full selection here though, but I can get rid of training dummies. Let's get the Outriders post again. There we are. Alright, so now we only have Rand's perks. I would like to keep on using this cleaver for now. It is a pretty good hammer though. I could give the cleaver instead to like maybe Baldwin. He does have battle flow. Let's see, how much is it to swing it? And also he is using this +2 fatigue recovery rate amulet. $11. So now I could decide to go with hammers, Berserk, and maybe like Killing Frenzy with Ranch. Well, at least that means I don't need to use a book. So I guess I will. Swinging this currently is 10. Shatter is 20. So yeah, let's take Hammer Mastery. We can also split shield with this weapon. If we are going up against just one Greenwood Scrot, then I guess we don't necessarily need an axe specialist. But yeah, probably go with Access with good branch. Or someone else. Anyways, take Berserk. Branch. 8 fatigue to use a smite. Still would like to have a little bit help with fatigue, but... I guess we can get like at least another one of these demonic Banshee trophies at some point. Or something else. Athlete won't help that much. Rebound is an option though. Yeah, I guess maybe Rebound. To be able to smite twice. Yeah, let's take a Rebound instead of Killing Frenzy. I could also take Recover, but with this fatigue pool, I don't know. Probably just go with the Rebound. There is also Second Wind available as an option. But yeah, let's take Rebound, and that is the perk points spent for everyone except Helwig. Still have 15,000. I'm leaning towards leaving this hammer here, even though it's quite good. I'll have 3k left over. Inventory is starting to fill up. Maybe head back to Schwanstadt. Yeah, I think I'll leave that hammer there. Since the inventory is getting to be full, I should probably head to Schwanstadt though. Also have this nimble layer. I'll perhaps equip it on my own time. Also have this nimble helmet. Let's take a look here. Who's nimble? Or using a similar weight? Baldwin, you may have that. That's the exact same weight, so let's do it like that. And also doesn't actually have steel brow. At least not yet. So having a heavy helmet is pretty good. Could also actually give the so-called nimble noble tunic layer for him. To be able to fit more weight into the body armor. Could also go on Rikara. Or Lutkardis even. Or Herbert. Still looking for a reach type spear for him. Anyways, for now, let's just move, I think. Unless there's something at the marketplace I would want to buy. Let's get some incense. Food is fine. Tools, let's get some. How about books? Hay baling is available. So let's see here. Rodelinda could actually get hay baling from a book. Makes sense to me. Helps a lot. Could also get it for Bartholomeus. Anyways, let's buy that book. I'll use it on someone. Dedication is okay. But it seems there now is a limit to the books you can read, so maybe it's not that important. Perfect Focus is available from this. Did I already have that? Yes. The answer is yes, so maybe I'll skip that one. Anyway, so I have stick fighting and I have hay baling, but I don't have a stick in the inventory, I don't think. So one of you guys, maybe Bartholomeus, being the heavier hitter, gets to take hay baling. Yeah, makes sense to me. Especially now that I have plenty of pole arms to go around. So let's see, can you read? I don't remember who's read what. Actually, sort the inventory so I can actually find it. Cabling for Bartholomeus. Yes, okay, there you go. So, where is it? There. So we'll go with cabling, Polar Mastery, Berserk, and something else, like maybe Rebound, maybe Athlete. We'll see. And let's actually give you a polearm, I guess this one. Well, you can use this one, which is not that exciting. There you go. Put Arnold out of the lineup this time. Alright, and finally, I think we are ready to move out. So this area is sadly Goblin territory, which means I'm not that thrilled about fighting what's there. As I head towards Schwanstadt again. Guess there still might be like undead or nomads somewhere here though. So let's go through that area. Goblin tracks, of course. 9 goblins. Alright, not my favorite fight, of course, but let's kill them, I guess. Goblin hunters. Also saw something. Might be another goblin camp. Also, yes, freedom of movement, so ideally get staggers, dazes, nets to help out. Anyways, they might still advance on us, I guess. Now I could try the piercing bolt. If I can... Let's see here. Yeah, I guess I could. Sure. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does have synergy with Onslaught and the Baffle effect. Okay, let's advance a bit. Well, I guess even more than a bit is fine. This is easy enough as a fight. pretty good. Alright. Actually, wait. Could have engaged, of course, but let's wait. Trying to flank us. Why can I not use a net on you? That seems like a bug. Still cannot, okay. There you go. Yes, one thing to speak against taking that lookout perk was the low fatigue pool that Alrethiern has. Well, too late now. Okie dokie. Might as well use a net. The run has reached a point where Herbert is definitely not the most effective in comparison. Anyways, couple of goblins left. There we are. Rand got a level out of that. And that location might be goblins. I guess I'll take a look though. It's going to suck if it's goblins. But anyway. Let's keep on taking resolve. Did I have the scout tent? Yes, I do. I guess I can make sure. See yet more goblin hunters. Anyway, so let's camp for a bit. Alright. Let's wait for dawn, actually. I should get a scouting report. It is goblins. Goblins on a hill. I mean, obviously we can do it, but it's, like I said, going to be not that much fun. I suppose I will, since we're here. Forgot again about the nets, of course I did. Oh well. Getting shot at. What a surprise. Anyways, it's only 11. Azur only has one net. Speaking of nets, Direwolf Rider. Can I even get up from here? No. Have to go there. Or all the way over here. I guess I'll go that way. Also, I do have... Yes, I do have the climb ability with some of these guys. That is indeed a thing that I could make use of, I suppose. Harold has some nets. Alright, well, this might hurt a bit if I go for it. There's also a berserker there. Maybe go for a flank instead for now. Or over here. 78 melee defense. But yeah, net. Elevated berserker with a pike. I guess I'll go for a flank. Uses a net on Sancho. Not whom I would have chosen. All right. So we will be taking some damage here. No way around that. So I do have the climb ability. It is 3 AP. Okay, I guess I will. There you go. Actually using that. Make room. Still can't actually shoot these things. Now they are engaging though. Went for Alretieren. No, it went astray. Well, anyways. Alright. Guess I'll wait for some nets, probably. Though I can go for the Wolf Rider already. Don't have nets for everyone. Do that. You use a net. Okay, keep on climbing. $50. Gets it. So I could engage with the Direwolf Rider. Does have freedom of movement. But Baldwin has more initiative actually, so sure. And also now baffled. Baffling. will be bleeding out, it seems. Don't have much to say about this fight. Alright, have a net. Plunderer. Instead of that, let's go here. And Sancho has to go the long way around. Six left. Right. Go away. Thank you. And they should now be fleeing if they're able to. Okay, seems like one of them is getting away. That's fine. There we go. And I think I'll be leaving this goblin territory because, yes, I don't like fighting goblins, even if they're easy. Usually. Can still fit all of that crap. Okay. Well, I guess I'll scout through here. If I come across more goblins, then maybe I will still deal with it. And it seems I have run into more goblins. Alright, let's see. now that I remember, let's equip the nets again. Where are my reinforced nets? What the hell? Do I have them on... What? They're not in the inventory. They're not equipped on the Netmasters. I made 2 of them, did I not? Where are they? They have disappeared. Well, that sucks. Anyway, so how are we doing? We are, armor-wise, it seems okay. For the most part. So I can leave Linda out of this. Bring Arnold or Svanhildur instead. Anyways, so this is likely a goblin camp again, and we have more goblins on top of them. That makes it more difficult. I guess it's slightly more exciting in that way. So, okay. 16 goblins this time. Still a low number. Couple of berserkers. These are... yeah, those are berserkers as well. It seems they're actually coming forward. Well, they are berserkers, so why not? I have plenty of nets. Okay, so let's use one on this one at least already, I think. But maybe allow these 2 to advance on us. Maybe. So I can already maybe stun this one. So, okay. Might as well start surrounding this one. Even with the high ground, we should be okay. One over there as well. Do a rotation there. Oh, never mind. Not getting to attack, it seems. Okay. Since Baldwin has taken damage, I guess goes over here. Instead of a frontal assault. Or AP to use the piercing bolt. Flankers coming in. Just attack here, I guess. Very effective. Stupid insects. Ouch! That hurt a lot. How the hell? Vengeance hit the head? Quite bad. Quite bad indeed. Yeah, doesn't have steel brow. Need to get him out of there. Do need to do that. Might be hit by a crossbow bolt as well. Guess I'll rotate with Herbert or something. Went for Ludwig instead. Alright. 2 rotations. I guess. Let's say rotate here instead. Means you guys can stay put. Can rotate later though. Can also do it with Alretieren. Yes. Well, maybe do it with you. Okay, and just run away there. If you do give the berserkers a chance, they will hurt you. More insects. Okay, go for the backline or not? I guess I will. Would be nice to have more nets available in this fight. To deal with the freedom of movement, as well as the berserkers. I think bullseye would be nice as well. Let's just move. Okay, I don't actually want to engage with this berserker, not with Baldwin. Not even with Baldwin. Not when it has vengeance and is equipped with a goblin harrier axe. Baldwin doesn't have steel brow. They love to wait, it seems. Okay, I guess I'll get next to it. Kettle. Okay, might need to rescue Rikhara. Ideally get a net on the direwolf rider. Azur is way over there. There's a couple of nets on the ground there. Well, maybe we can kill that rider even without the help of a net. Yeah, I can't get a net there at the moment unless I use one from a non-net specialist. Anyways, there we go. There we actually go. So perhaps we are fine. Can't really stun this berserker either at the moment. So we just have to accept the damage, it seems. Speaking of damage. So I don't want the berserker getting to Rikhara. I think they do have footwork, so that might happen if I kill the direwolf. Let's not allow it. Anyways, the fight is nearly over. Oh, come on. Fine, let's use an aimed shot in that case. Okay, so 5 left. Alright, that is the end of this. Close call for round. Giselmar gets a level up. Loot is not exciting. Let's do a bit of inventory management. Good enough. Alright, definitely had enough of goblins for a while again. Giselmar, level 10. We'll get, I guess, muscularity. Also, he can get cleavers, actually, so that might be... Yeah, seems to make sense to me. Does have 3-star fatigue as well, so can keep on swinging this meat axe. Which means Baldwin needs a new weapon in that case, but I suppose we can find something. Well, he can have the axe again. So... commit to cleavers? Question mark? Could also go with axes instead. But yeah, I guess it's fine if Gudbrand here is the axe guy. Yeah, I suppose I will go with cleavers for Giselmar here. Then we can even take Bloodbath at some point, perhaps. Sure, let's do it. Giselmar, the cleaver. Let's rename. Also, Rand is a hammer now. And Bartholomeus is going to be the pole armor. And eventually can be a frontliner. Could already, I guess. Anywho, I suppose we'll camp for a bit. Treat that injury as well as repair things. Right, don't need to salvage, though I could salvage, but let's not. And we will take the road to Schwanstadt, since I have had enough of goblins. Right, that is good enough. Viftet has completed training and gains Survivor. Okay, but more importantly has a new perk point. Where will it go? Did I have a perfect focus book? I think I actually bought one. So I could use that here. Yes, I could do that. So can perfect focus to inspire twice. Can't do it a lot, but can do it for a little bit. And I can, of course, later on even get like recover. Is there another person who would benefit from that? Someone who has a lot of fatigue to use. And I guess perk points to spare. Maybe. Probably not range, not with this weapon. And that fatigue pool. Not yet, at least. Also, would be really nice if there was a tooltip of some kind that told you if you can still read books. And also if these books actually said that you can read them. Is it once? Is it twice? I don't know. I suppose it's probably meant to be only once. But I can't see anywhere that it would say that you can only use one book. It just says we'll apply a 50-day cooldown until you can read again. Anyways, let's continue taking a look here. I guess, yeah, Ludwig has leveled as well, so level 12 for him. Pretty good. Has 2 perk points. He could actually benefit with the right weapon, I guess. Well, this might be the right weapon, actually. Also, I suppose I could also use this on Luthgardis instead, because of that -2 fatigue cost. However, this is far better for someone who can go into the front, which Ludwig can. Anyways, let's see here. So this is 9 fatigue. I can still lower that. Can get perfect fit. I can also get fatigue help with rebound, second wind, or recover. So it is definitely an option to get that on Ludwig. Well, anyways, takes perfect fit now. 7 fatigue for a strike with this weapon. With 102 fatigue, I suppose it's fine to take perfect focus. Probably. Yeah, cleave is 7 for Luthgardis, so that's the same fatigue cost. Actually has lower fatigue. She has mind over body, but yeah, that -2 fatigue cost modifier is helping a lot. Also has battle flow. I guess I'll go with if you can still read. I will get perfect focus for a Ludwig here. Can still read. There you go. So takes perfect focus. There you go. That means that Wifted for now at least cannot get that. I could just get skillful stacking. That's fine. He has a ton of fatigue, which is perhaps kind of wastage if I can't do perfect focus, but I can, I suppose, perhaps get it later from a book. Well, I can also keep this perk point. Getting that skillful stacking now would help as well, though. And let's see here. Gets another perk point at level 16. Well, that is a whiles away, so let's opt to keep that perk point. Anyways, head to Schwanstadt. Well, sure, let's go through here. Unhold tracks. Could go chasing them, I'm not going to bother. Here we are. Also, there is a black market, however, ambushed trade routes as well. So nothing really worth buying. Okay, let's wait for dawn. Or thereabouts. Also, let's assign people out of training who've completed training. Alright, there we go. And also these tasks are kind of useless at the moment. So instead do hunting or cooking. Could still craft something, I guess. Silver ingots from a silver bowl, a couple of them. Huh. Well, I guess that's worthwhile. Didn't know that a recipe existed, but there you go. Fine, let's do that. Let's also make some beer. So how long will that take, though? Well, not that long. Camp for 7 hours. There we are. And the selling price is 37. Alright, so I will do the inventory stuff on my own time again. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.